They say silence is the language of the broken, but silence is also where the storm brews. If you're hearing this, then the bodies have already been found, and I'm far, far from here. This isn't a plea for forgiveness. This isn't a cry for help. This is a confession, the final piece of a puzzle no detective could solve, a puzzle built from bruises, insults, shattered pride, and blood. Let me take you back to where it began. I was the kid no one noticed until they did. And when they noticed, it was always to laugh. Too skinny, too quiet, always reading, never talking. They called me Mute Mark. The jokes started in middle school. The punches started in high school. There was Jake, the golden boy quarterback who used me as a punching bag in the locker room. Lacey, the girl who smiled at me just to get me to say something, then burst out laughing when I stuttered. Trevor, the ringleader. He once duct taped me to the flagpole in the middle of winter. My skin bled trying to pull away. Teachers, they turned a blind eye. My parents, already too dead inside to care. So I learned to be still, to observe, and most importantly, to remember. The beating stopped after graduation, but the damage didn't. I worked night shifts, delivered packages, ate alone. Sometimes I wondered if I even existed anymore. Until one day I saw Trevor again. He didn't recognize me. Why would he? People rarely remember the shadows they trample on. He was fat now, balding, working security at a strip mall, still cocky though, still laughing loud, and I stood there, watching. Something inside me snapped. It wasn't rage, it wasn't hate, it was clarity. I realized I had nothing left to lose, and at that moment, I became something else. I didn't just want revenge, I wanted to be surgical, precise, poetic. First, Jake, still riding the wave of high school glory, now an assistant coach with a DUI history. I followed him for weeks, found his pattern, his 5 a.m. jogs around the park. One morning, I waited behind the tree line. I used piano wire, quick, clean. He didn't even see me. His body was found by a dog walker 2 days later. They said it looked like suicide. Second, Lacey, social media influencer, obsessed with her reflection. She live streamed makeup tutorials from her apartment. One night I broke in, wore a mask, held her at knife point. She begged, cried, called me sir. Funny how fast the powerful crumble. I made her read aloud every cruel message she ever wrote about me in her yearbook. Then I made her smile for the camera one last time. They found her with her face smashed through the mirror. No forced entry, no suspects. Third, Trevor, the final act. I saved the best for last. I didn't want to just kill Trevor. I wanted him to know it was me. I cornered him in his trailer, tied him to the recliner. He fought like a pig in mud, squealing and spitting. I waited until his eyes focused, until the fear soaked through his bravado. Remember me? I asked. He didn't. Of course he didn't. People like him never do. So I reminded him about the flagpole, the stolen clothes, the way he laughed as I cried in front of a crowd. He started to remember, and that's when I saw it, recognition, followed by terror. I didn't kill him right away. I let the past sit with him. I let him beg. Then I made it look like an overdose. Police chalked it up to depression. Another washed up ex-jock, the paper said. 3 deaths, 3 ghosts, and no one suspected anything. You're probably wondering why I'm telling you this. Why risk it? Because it's not about me anymore. It's about you. You might be like them, the ones who laugh at the quiet ones, who poke, prod, humiliate. You think you're untouchable, that the weak stay weak forever. But let me ask you something. Do you know everyone you've ever hurt? Do you remember the names, the faces? Because they remember you. They walk past you on the street. They watch you from across the room. They know your routines, your patterns, your fears. And some of them like me, they're not interested in healing. They're waiting. I've moved on now. Changed my name, changed my face, and I'm still quiet, still unnoticed. But I walk among you and I see what you are. This world is filled with broken people, but some of us learn how to build weapons out of our wounds. So be careful who you bully. Be careful who you push too far, because one day you'll look into a stranger's eyes and realize they remember everything you did. And by then, it'll be too late.